る方はネットウォッチホットラインにご一報。
The NCPD advises those traveling beyond official police jurisdiction to wear a bulletproof vest at all times.
车主请注意，在非指定区域停车可能会遭遇盗窃或电子入侵。
Don't be fooled by foreign propaganda. Get the latest, trusted scoop on Night City, only on N54 News.
天气不错吧？本月夜之城平均温度一直保持在人类舒适范围内。
ネットヒーローになろう。不良 AI に心当たりのある方はネットウォッチホットラインにご一報。
The NCPD advises those traveling beyond official police jurisdiction to wear a bulletproof vest at all times.
车主请注意，在非指定区域停车可能会遭遇盗窃或电子入侵。
Welcome to Superdude channel's SuperDavedev. We're watching the Italian Monza Grand Prix, the home of Ferrari, because it's in Italy. So yeah, we are trying to figure out what's going to happen today's race. It's almost time for them to do their lap, as they call it. They call the lap that they do before the actual race. What do they? The formation lap, exactly. The formation lap. So the lap they do before the race is called the formation lap. I've watched this Formula 1 so many years now and I still forgot. I'm still forgetting about what they call the formation lap. It's not a very obvious word, like a formation lap. They should have called it warm-up lap. But then a warm-up lap would mean that they would be driving extremely fast, which they would not be doing on a warm-up lap comparison to a race lap. Okay, or comparison to qualifying lap. Okay, so let's do this. So we are watching the... I almost want to say British Grand Prix, man. I don't know why I keep trying to say anything but the Italian Grand Prix. So we're watching the Italian Grand Prix. Oh, why are they brake testing each other at the back, dude? They brake testing each other at the back of the grid. That is so weird, bro. Some people are doing some weird stuff at the back of the grid. Okay, so now we are watching the Italian Grand Prix. We've watched the qualifying. If you haven't watched the qualifying and you're wondering why Verstappen qualified second and he's not starting second but he's starting 7th, it's because they've got grid penalties. Red Bull has to take a penalty for the engine. The same thing with the rest of the grid. They're all taking penalties except for Leclerc. So Leclerc has the advantage. Ferrari has the advantage. Will Ferrari squander their advantage? Most likely, yes. Ferrari is not a very smart team. They're not a very intelligent team when it comes to their strategies. And unfortunately, I do not think they can cope with even starting on first place position, with most of their competition being lower positions. Especially if you consider the fact that, Red Bull's Verstappen is starting at 7th place. Starting at 7th place, so that makes sense that even though he might be starting, you know, he has a penalty, he's not starting that far behind, to be honest. I think Red Bull is the ones that are probably going to win this race, if I have to be honest. If I'm purely guessing on the fact of strategy and how strong the team is and how strong the cars and the fact that they've got a new engine, that is what I would say is the most likely option. So let's go to racing. We're about to wait for all of them to stop at the track. Yes, I know my live timing data is showing that the race has started. Remember, the live timing data is a little bit ahead because it's come straight from the source. Then I'm watching the live stream, and I don't know, video format is slower to get to me, it seems, than the actual data itself. So here we go. Formula 1 is about to start. Do I think Lewis Hamilton can do much? No, not really. But I will say this. Ferrari's top speed is very good, dude. Compared to Red Bull, I don't see Red Bull beating Ferrari easily. Okay, good reaction from Charles Leclerc. Charles Leclerc is starting. Russell is still in 2nd place. Russell is now basically trying to go on the outside. Russell is trying to go on the outside, past Leclerc, went off the track. I wonder if he's going to get a penalty, dude. Dude, the crowd cheering is extremely cool, man. I believe Verstappen's already in 5th place. So let's just check again. We've got Leclerc, Russell. Who's that? Is that a McLaren? I believe that's Lando Norris, right? Lando Norris. Who's that? That is Gasly. So Gasly, then Verstappen. Okay, cool. So Daniel Ricciardo is keeping everybody behind him. Like, he's so slow. He's keeping everybody, like he's slowing down everybody behind him, dude. I wonder. Oh, behind Lando. Oh, so there's Lando Norris that's slow. So Ricciardo's in 3rd place. I thought it was Ricciardo. I thought it was Ricciardo in 6th place, but no, it's actually Ricciardo's in 3rd place. Nice, good job, Ricciardo. Good job, Ricciardo. Good job. Ricciardo's in 3rd place. He's actually doing a good job. Lando Norris is suffering. I'm not sure why. So let's just do a quick position check. Leclerc is in 1st, Russell in 2nd, Ricciardo in 3rd, Verstappen in 4th already, Gasly in 5th. Norris 6th, 7th, Alonso. He's about to pass Ricciardo, dude. Verstappen passed Ricciardo. Before the first corner, he passed Ricciardo pretty easily. It seemed like he literally played with him. Easily passed him on the straight. But let's face it, that's a McLaren. McLaren is pretty slow compared to a Red Bull or Verstappen. So now we've got Ricciardo in 4th place, Verstappen in 3rd place, Russell in 2nd, Leclerc 1st place, Gasly in 5th place, Norris in 6th, Alonso 7th. We've got what's that? De Vries, right? We've got Nick De Vries in 8th place, Zhou in 9th place. We're watching the start replay. So let's just see. Maybe something happened with. So what happened to Lando Norris, dude? Where is Lando? Oh, yeah. So Lando Norris had a very bad start. Like a really bad start. I don't know what happened to Lando Norris there, dude. I don't think Monza is his favorite track or something. Because he's always caught off guard. And Ricciardo's always better off. George Russell could not get past Leclerc at the start. He tried, but ultimately the speed difference. Oh, what if they will penalize him? He didn't push you. Yeah, so Lando Norris had such a bad start. It's actually sad, man. Fernando Alonso was right next to him. Russell is complaining, saying that he got pushed off the track. In reality, he didn't. He put himself in a very, very bad position. So I'm not sure why he didn't just let off and let Leclerc pass him and take the normal line. And they did hit each other. So Valtteri Bottas and Kevin Magnussen were involved in some Some minor accidents. Someone's car damage. Is that Joe Guan Yu? Okay, so I'm just looking at what happened at the start. Fastest lap, Max Verstappen, 1 minute 26.4. So Leclerc is in first, second Russell, Verstappen in third, fourth is Ricciardo, fifth is Gasly, Norris is in sixth, Alonso 7, De Vries is in eighth, Williams, ninth is Zhou Guan Yu, 10th is Stroll, 11th Vettel, Ocon is in 12th, Magnussen in 13th place, Carlos Sainz is in 14th place, Perez is in 15th, Nicholas Latifi in 16th, Yuki Tsunoda in 17th, Hamilton is back in 18th place, dude, 19th, Mick Schumacher, 20th is Bottas. I think Bottas might be, he might have got into the pits, I think, because of the damage at the start of the race where he hit the car in front of him. So Sergio Perez just passed Kevin Magnussen, but so did Carlos Sainz. Carlos Sainz is now in 13. Perez is following Carlos Sainz. So close enough for the drag reduction system. So George Russell is being hunted down by Max Verstappen as we speak. He will probably get past on this straight even before the pit straight. So there's a straight before you reach the pit straight, and he's right on that straight. He's actually not able to pass Russell there. Maybe Verstappen wants to. Maybe Verstappen is calculating it to be on the pit straight for some reason. He probably realizes if the Mercedes stays too close to him, then it will be hard for him to. Oh, already faster lap Max Verstappen 1 minute 25.7, dude. Yo, Max Verstappen passed him so easily in the first corner. I actually thought Russell will have a way more, will put up way more of a fight. Russell's actually keeping up. Russell seems like he might be trying to get back at Verstappen. I'm not sure. No, he's not that close. He's not. It's very misleading because he's following him so closely behind that it seems like it's closer than what it appears. You basically beat him in braking. You braked later and still did a very good job passing Russell at the first corner after the pit straight. Very good, very good corner there, because it's like I would think that Russell will actually make it harder for him to pass him, but that didn't seem hard at all for Verstappen to pass Russell. Such a dangerous place to pass, in my opinion, but he made it. He did it. Verstappen's already second place. He made up 5 places. He's now busy trying to attack and basically get to Leclerc. How far is Leclerc up? 2 seconds, huh? Fastest lap again for Verstappen. So Carlos Sainz is down 11th place, Vettel is in 12th, Ocon in 13, Perez in 14. So Carlos Sainz is trying to make up. Remember, I looked at the qualifying data and it showed that the Ferraris can do way higher speeds, specifically on these straights, do higher speeds before they have to turn in. And it seems like that might actually be the way to go for them. The way to go for them is that so Perez is going on the outside. Now Perez is on the inside because now they're turning on the left instead of turning on the right. And that's a pretty easy pass for Sergio Perez on Ocon. So Perez is now in 13th place. Carlos Sainz is now in 10th place. So Carlos Sainz is not waiting for anybody. He's making those every second count. He's trying to pass as many people as possible. The fact that it's taking Perez longer is kind of interesting, man. Carlos Sainz is basically not waiting for anybody. He's making things happen. I might sound strange because I've got a little bit of a nose. I was kind of sick last week, this week should I say, and you can probably hear it in my nose. My nose sound blocked, but I can't do much about it. It's just the way my nose is right now, man. So here we are. So Leclerc is still ahead of Verstappen, 2 seconds. Verstappen is putting fastest lap after fastest lap, which is interesting, man. Russell can't do a thing. Russell cannot do a thing to keep up with Verstappen, to try, you know, to see if he can get into the mix between Verstappen and Leclerc. There's just no way, dude. Hamilton is still in 18th place, dude. I don't understand why would Hamilton's team give him a engine penalty when his engine is so bad he can't even get past 17th place Nicholas Latifi, dude. How bad must your engine be that you replace it with a new engine and your new engine can't even get past Latifi's Williams? What is going on at Mercedes, dude? So basically, Verstappen was told not to push the engine too hard. They're asking him to charge up his battery. If you don't know this, they've got KERS. It's a kinetic energy recovery system. And that's what Verstappen is doing at the moment. He's not directly charging Leclerc. He's saving that up for now. The commentators did point out that it seemed like Verstappen stopped his immediate, you know... Who's that? So Carlos Sainz just went 9th place already, dude. Carlos Sainz is already at 9th. Like, I have to give it to Carlos Sainz. He's pushing pretty heavily, dude. Finally, Hamilton passed Latifi, dude. Finally, Hamilton passed Latifi. Like, Latifi is probably the worst driver on the grid. If you go according to statistics and everything, Latifi is probably the worst driver. And he only passed him after 8 laps, which is pretty sad, man. Did Perez just go into the pits? Perez went into the pits 2.1 second pit stop. Like, Red Bull's pit garage crew for Perez is pretty quick, man. They're really fast. Really fast. Car is smoking. They say it might be brake dust from the... But which car is smoking? Is it the Red Bull? Let me just sort out my stream here. Then we'll get back to... So what I can see now, without saying, like, without having my full stream showing right now, what I can see is that we're having a bit of a problem when it comes to Fernando Alonso is in 7th place behind Lando Norris. Pierre Gasly is still very much defending Lando Norris, you know, being in 5th place. Daniel Ricciardo is in 4th place, which is still very surprising because no one expected him to actually be able... Like, it seems like Daniel Ricciardo just loves this racetrack. He just loves Monza, dude, because he's doing his best so far this season at the racetrack he won last year. Which is kind of surprising. I'm not gonna lie, I'm having a little bit of issue with my stream. But sooner or later we'll have this sorted out. It's just loading. There we go. Now I can see what's going on. So we've got Carlos Sainz is already attacking Alonso for 7th place. That is what we have right now. We're looking at Carlos Sainz already on the verge of passing passing Alonso on the pit straight. He's already passed him. So Carlos Sainz just passed Alonso pretty easily, to be honest. I can't help but wonder if Alonso is just making it easier because he feels like it's probably beneficial for him not to try and hamper his Spanish counterpart, because if you don't know this, Carlos Sainz is Spanish. And as far as I know, so is Alonso, both Spanish. So Verstappen, how far is Verstappen from Leclerc? 1.3 seconds, huh? Interesting. So now Verstappen is just hunting down Leclerc. Like I'm telling you, even if Ferrari, let's just say for the sake of just having a story, let's just say that somehow Red Bull's Verstappen had to start from the back of the grid. I would still expect Verstappen to still be close enough to challenge Ferrari, because Ferrari is just not capable of making the best calls. And even then, you still have to consider the fact that Red Bull is the best team, not just speed-wise, but also strategy-wise. I just don't want to hear Ferrari say, let's go to plan B, plan B. I don't want to hear about their plan B and their plan A and their plan C. I just want them to start doing what they need to do. Stop telling us plan alphabetic letters, dude. Just do what needs to be done. That's all we want from you guys, man. Do what needs to be done. We need you guys to win. And I think Leclerc deserves a win today. But I'm going to be honest with you, Verstappen and Red Bull are probably going to make it extremely hard. Russell is staying 3 seconds behind Verstappen, even though Verstappen is catching up to Russell. Catching up to Charles Leclerc. Catching up to Charles. So even Verstappen catching up to Charles Leclerc, it is very clear that George Russell does not want them to get away too far ahead. I think Russell might have made a mistake. I get a feeling. I might be wrong. I'm cheating a little bit because I'm looking at the live data. The live data shows he's 7 seconds, but I'm looking and I can see that he's 4 seconds now. 4.0 seconds. Why couldn't he just go? Oh, because he's... Oh, so it was Vettel's brake dust. Because Vettel's wheels are on fire, basically. Yellow flag. Yellow flag. No passing under yellow flag. Carlos Sainz is yellow flag, you idiot. Ooh. Yeah, but now the question is, did Carlos Sainz pass under the yellow flag? According to what we saw, yes, he did. Now, it depends on where the yellow flags were waved. It depends on where the yellow flags are waved. That is where the yellow flags will be implemented, and that's where he can get a penalty. So if it was on the... I think he's fine. I think it's fine because he basically... The corner before the final pit straight is where they had the yellow flag. So it seems Carlos Sainz might be fine. There might be a change. I might be wrong. But it seems like Carlos Sainz is fine. Pit stop who? They're going to pit stop a McLaren. Oh no, that's Ferrari. That's Ferrari. That's not... So they're pit stopping him now. They're pit stopping Ferrari right now. I thought it was McLaren because of the yellow. Then I realized no. That is the new clothing color that they wear for this race, because 75 years Ferrari, 75th anniversary. That's why Ferrari are wearing yellow this race. He's come out ahead of Daniel Ricciardo, so he's in 3rd place. Leclerc's in 3rd place, dude. That might be a good pit stop. The problem is, whatever Ferrari do, Red Bull's just going to be better at it. Okay, so we just went racing. Immediately, as soon as Leclerc exited the pits, the virtual safety car went away. Immediately, they switched it off. They said no more virtual safety car, and here we go racing. So very cool indeed. So we have Verstappen now in 1st place, Russell in 4th. Sorry, 4 seconds behind is Verstappen. Turn 1 involving Magnussen and who? So Magnussen's under investigation for the race start. I wonder why it takes him 13 laps to get to that point. Like, come on, man. So Verstappen is 4 seconds in front of Russell. Russell's in second place. Leclerc is in third place. Third place. He's 12 seconds. 12 seconds behind Verstappen. Actually, sorry. He's 16 seconds behind Verstappen. So they're just telling Verstappen that Leclerc has got medium tires and he probably needs to do a very long stint on those medium tires. Oh, is that Nicholas Latifi or is that Gasly? Carlos Sainz is now in 4th place. Good job, Carlos Sainz. Good job. Good drive. Good drive from the back of the field to 4th place. Very, very good job, Carlos Sainz. 4th place, he's right behind his teammate Leclerc. It's almost like Leclerc never actually did anything. Like, he was never in 1st place because he's in 3rd place. But his teammate still needs to pit. So, yeah, that's obvious. Okay, good. Okay, so 1st place, Max Verstappen. George Russell in 2nd. Charles Leclerc 3rd, Carlos Sainz 4th, Daniel Ricciardo 5th, Pierre Gasly 6th, Fernando Alonso 7th, Lando Norris in 8th place. 9th, we've got De Vries in 9th place, Zhou Guan Yu in 10th place. We have Stroll 11th, 12th is Ocon, 13th is Hamilton, so Hamilton moved up into 13th place. Yuki Tsunoda in 14th, Nicholas Latifi in 15th, Magnussen in 16th. Mick Schumacher, 17th. Bottas, 18th. Perez in 19th place. What is happening with Perez, bro? Because he was practically trying to... Fastest lap Leclerc, 1 minute 15.2. Fastest lap from Leclerc, 1 minute 15.2. 1 minute 25.2. Sorry. I don't know why I'm saying 1 minute 15. It's 1 minute 25.2. 1 minute 25.2 for Staple. The commentator just called Verstappen for Staple. I thought that I was the only guy making ridiculous commentating mistakes, but dude, these commentators that actually get paid to do this, they're calling Verstappen for Staple. Like, I don't know, that's a mix between a stapler and a staple or something. I don't know, like, I don't know where he got that name from. So yeah, so Verstappen is 6 seconds in front of Russell. Russell can no longer stay with Verstappen. That's very obvious. Russell can no longer stay with Verstappen. Leclerc moving up. He's now 17 seconds behind Verstappen. Ultimately, he's catching up to Russell because he was, I believe, more than 12 seconds. I believe it was 13 or 14 seconds behind Russell. He's now 11 seconds behind Russell, so he's definitely catching up to Russell. Carlos Sainz is 4 seconds behind Leclerc, huh? That's pretty cool. But remember, Leclerc is the only one that pitted so far from the front runners. Leclerc is the only car, the only Ferrari that have pitted, the only car that have pitted. I can't. Do not short shift. Oh, dude, now Ferrari team is telling... Keep pulling the gears quickly. Dude, it seems like Ferrari already has a problem with their car and Leclerc is already panicking. Leclerc is already panicking. Leclerc is already panicking because his team is telling him that he needs to short shift. Oh, man. That is bad, dude. I'm telling you, Ferrari is not going to win this race. It is not that I don't want Ferrari to win. It is that Ferrari, you cannot count on them. You cannot. I don't understand what's happening, dude. Like, Ferrari just can't get their act together, dude. They just cannot. Hamilton is about to pass Stroll. Hamilton passed Stroll easily, quite easily, I have to be honest. 5 seconds for Magnussen, leaving the track and gaining an advantage. 5-second time penalty for Magnussen, leaving the track and gaining an advantage. 5-second. Poor Magnussen, dude. So Hamilton is now up into 11th place, but remember, cars are starting to do pit stops. So that is not representative of where his actual position is, especially if he needs to pit. I would say when he pits, then we'll start to know where his actual positions are. I can't believe that Perez is in 18th place, dude. That is crazy. So Verstappen is now in first place. He has to hold on to first place. Leclerc is now 9 seconds behind Russell. Remember, he was 11 seconds, now 9 seconds. So he's catching up to Russell. And that does mean, okay, a fastest lap again from Leclerc. So Leclerc is pushing that car. Now, my concern is that his team was already warning him about his car. 1 minute 25.1. 1 minute 25.1 seconds from Leclerc. Dude, this is sad, man. This is sad. So that's the Alpine. Is that Norris passing the Alpine? Lando Norris just passed the Alpine of Alonso. So it just means that Norris and Alonso are basically exchanging positions, it seems. So yeah, Nick de Vries, I have to be honest, the commentator just mentioned it. Nick de Vries is now in 8th place, holding on to the back of Fernando and also keeping up with Lando Norris. So very good job, dude. Very good job from Nick de Vries, showing us how good he is, even though he's a rookie. Remember, this is his first race that we are witnessing Nick de Vries in a Williams, one of the worst cars. To be completely honest, where's Latifi, the teammate? He's in 19th place. Damn, huh? Nick de Vries is in a Formula 1 car, showing him, like, look here, he's in a Williams, dude. The Williams is now up into 8th place. Because Gasly just went into the pits. Gasly is going to the pits and now everybody's moving up. Hamilton is now in 9th place. Hamilton 9th place. Nick de Vries. I want to see Nick de Vries versus Hamilton, dude. What can Nick de Vries do against the team, like, basically, you know, because if you don't know this, Nick de Vries is a reserve driver for Mercedes AMG. So basically, Toto Wolff has contracted Nick de Vries as one of their test/reserve drivers in case Hamilton or Russell has a problem and they can't race. I have to be honest, this is good news for Nick de Vries. He's showing his worth, man. He's definitely staying right there. He's staying right there behind Alonso. And I want to see what Hamilton can do to Nick de Vries. I want to see Nick de Vries defend. I want to see Nick de Vries not just defend, but also catch up to Hamilton and maybe even challenge Hamilton if possible. Even though I'm pretty sure that Hamilton's car is way stronger than the Williams, unfortunately. That's just the given, unfortunately. Williams has never been a strong car. For many, many years now, Williams has not been strong enough. Is that Nick de Vries? In the pits, Nick de Vries. Ricciardo's in the pits as well. Ricciardo in the pits. Nick de Vries in the pits. How long is Nick de Vries' pit stop? Nick de Vries pit stop 3.1 seconds. Ocon's pit stop 2.8 seconds. Yuki Tsunoda 2.6 seconds. Remember this, all those people are doing their pit stops. Even though Hamilton's in 7th place does not mean he's in actual 7th position. That is not a confirmed 7th position people in front of him are doing their pit stops. So we will have to find out when Hamilton goes into the pits and comes out where his position is. Currently his position is 7th place. Let's just do a quick position check. Verstappen in 1st place, 8 seconds in front of Russell. Leclerc is 15 seconds. That's 50 seconds from the front. So he's 50 seconds behind Verstappen. Leclerc in 3rd place. 4th is Carlos Sainz. Carlos Sainz in 4th place. It doesn't seem like Carlos Sainz is doing much at the moment. He's 26 seconds behind Verstappen. Then you've got Lando Norris, 5th place. Alonso 6th place. Hamilton 7th place. We've got Mick Schumacher in 8th place. Bottas in 9th place. Perez in 10th place. Remember, Perez already pitted, so Perez is going to stay at 10th place as long as no one tries to attack him and pass him, which I don't think they can, because Perez does not have a very slow car, but he does seem to not be able to extract the maximum performance out of that Red Bull. I'm not sure why. I don't know why Red Bull is making it so completely horrible for Perez to race in that Red Bull, dude. Like, come on, man. Give him a car that he's happy with, bro. Because it's clear he's not happy with that car. They actually took the car away from him and made the car more, to the liking of Verstappen, which I think is unfair. And then you've got Magnussen. Remember, Magnussen's 11th place for now, but he's got a 5-second penalty and he needs to carry out a 5-second penalty, so he's not going to be there much longer in 11th place. Ricciardo is now officially in 12th place. Remember, he went into the pits, he came out. Gasly in 13th place also went into the pits. Gasly is now attacking Ricciardo for what we can see is 12th place. So Gasly is attacking Ricciardo for 12th place. De Vries came out in 14th place, so De Vries is behind Gasly. Zhou Guanyu, 15th place, Alfa Romeo driver. Esteban Ocon is in 16th place for Alpine. And then we've got Yuki Tsunoda, 17th place for AlphaTauri. Then we also have Lance Stroll, 18th place. Nicholas Latifi in 19th place. Vettel is out of the race. Yes, Vettel is out of the race. That's the reason why we had a virtual safety car, because Vettel's car was having a retirement mechanical issue, as I wanted to say earlier, or first. And so Vettel can't do much, dude. Vettel can't do much because he retired, and unfortunately he caused a virtual safety car, and that is why we had it, just so we can have that as a reference point. If I did forget to put on the question, let's do it now. I can put on the question now. Let me put a question. So who do you think is going to win this race? I'm going to do the question now. You can look at the poll in the chat, and then you can choose who you think is going to win. I'm just trying to quickly do the poll. I'm trying to do the poll quickly. So far, nothing significant happened apart from we've got Fernando Alonso complaining about his car, saying something seems to be slowing down in the car. The team says they didn't see anything wrong. We've got Lewis Hamilton about to pass Alonso. Okay, so if you want to do a voting, you can vote in the poll who you think is going to win. I've got the top 4 right there for you. So it's between Verstappen, Leclerc, Carlos Sainz, and Russell. They are first, second, and third, and fourth. Russell is in 4th place. Third is Carlos Sainz. Second is Leclerc, of course, and then Verstappen is in 1st place. Leclerc is 13 seconds behind Verstappen. 13 seconds. So even if Verstappen does the pit now, he will not come out in front of Leclerc. So right now at the moment, Ferrari looks strong. Even Carlos Sainz looks strong. So even if Verstappen pits, he will not come out in front of Carlos Sainz as well, which is very interesting. Russell went into the pits and he is now in 4th place, which is actually very good. Verstappen actually went into the pits. Verstappen went into the pits actually. Verstappen went to the pits. Wait, so Verstappen went into the pits and he's coming out second? Interesting, he's coming out 2nd place. How far behind is Carlos Sainz? So it means the pit stops at Monza is much faster than most tracks. Interesting. Pit stops at Monza is much faster because it showed 17 seconds. Interesting. Because I would have said 17 seconds will definitely put Carlos Sainz in front of Verstappen, but it seems like the pit stops happen way faster. It's much faster for a Formula 1 car to enter the pit lane, because you have to understand, as the pit lane, they have a very strict rule and they have to enter with a specific speed. They cannot enter full speed. And they have to drive down the pit lane to their respective pit stop and the pit crew, and only then when they exit the pit lane slowly with the actual rule set and speed of what the pit lane, you know, is set at, then they can start accelerating if they exit the pit lane completely. Plus, of course, they have to worry about how long it will take the team to change tires, which, depending on the team, if they make a mistake, it will take much longer than 2 or 3 seconds, you know. So that's a very good job from the pit crew of Red Bull, because Verstappen hasn't lost much. He's 10 seconds behind Leclerc, dude. So if Leclerc pits now, Verstappen will take the lead easily. Dude, Lando Norris is keeping Lewis Hamilton behind him like it's not even funny, dude. Lewis Hamilton is trying to pass him on the pit straight. Let's see if he's going to get close enough. He might actually. Okay, so Lewis Hamilton passed Fernando Alonso on the inside at the pit straight. It didn't look like he was going to make it, dude. But it seems like the Lewis Hamilton Mercedes does have a little bit more speed than the Alpine, which you would completely expect. The Alpine is not the Mercedes. But then again, the Mercedes is definitely not going to compete against the Ferrari that well, in my opinion. Even with the DRS, they actually say the DRS is useless, but it seemed like the DRS helped the Mercedes pretty well there, dude. Jack Doohan, is that one of the that's a Formula 2 driver that seems to be a driver for Alpine next year, because he's standing right there in field view of everybody to see, and he's right next to the boss. So it seems like Alpine already has a driver for next year, someone called Doohan. I've never heard of the guy, but he's in Formula 2. Fastest lap from Verstappen, 1 minute 25.0. Fastest lap from Verstappen, 1 minute 25.0. Good. So now it's not down to 9 seconds. Leclerc's gap lead to Verstappen is down to 9 seconds, which means Verstappen is pushing the car, trying to speed up, trying to get to Leclerc instead of waiting for the next pit stops. So let's just do a quick position check again. We have Verstappen. Whoa, why is it showing Verstappen in first place on the live data, dude? Oh, what is going on? Do I need to refresh my data? I believe I do. I need to refresh my data here because it's definitely not correct. Dude, I'm so confused. Why did it show Verstappen in the lead? Why is this? What is wrong with the data here, dude? The live data. Okay, so we have 8 seconds. Verstappen is definitely pushing his car to the limit because now he's 8 seconds behind Leclerc. If you don't know this, when he pitted, he came out, he was more than 10 seconds. Now he's 8 seconds. So he put that gap down. And now it's only 8 seconds. So 2 seconds already taken from that gap between him and Leclerc. Verstappen is in second place. Leclerc is in first place. So Verstappen is putting down the hammer. He's, as they would say if Hamilton was behind, trying to push the car in front. But ultimately, Max Verstappen is the new Lewis Hamilton when it comes to having the car that can do things that no other team's car can do, in my opinion. That is my opinion. If you might agree with it, you might not. So we have got Carlos Sainz first place, Verstappen second place, Leclerc is in first place, Verstappen is in second place, Carlos Sainz is in third place. We've got Russell in fourth place. We've got Norris in fifth place. We've got Hamilton in sixth place. Alonso in seventh place. Perez in eighth place. Mick Schumacher in ninth place. Bottas in 10th place. Ricciardo 11th place. Gasly in 12th place. We've got De Vries in 13th place. First time racing in a Williams. He's in 13th place. Not too bad. Remember, that's a Williams. And he's in 13th place. And he's a complete rookie. Zhou Guan Yu, 14th position. Ocon, 15th place for Ocon. We've got Yuki Tsunoda, 16th place. Nicholas Latifi, 17th place. Stroll, 18th place. Magnussen, 19th place. I believe Magnussen has taken his penalty. That's why he's all the way down in 19th place, of course. So he probably went to the pits and he had to wait for his 5 seconds before they could even touch his tires. Fastest lap for Max Verstappen, 1 minute 24.8. So Max Verstappen is pushing his car at the moment. Pushing it. Pushing his car to the limit. I think he's going to relax the next couple of laps. I think Verstappen is going to relax the car a little bit. Calm down, not push as hard as anymore, because now he's going to charge the battery. The KERS. They call it KERS, but it's actually Kinetic Energy Recovery System. So KERS, Kinetic Energy Recovery System, which then he's going to use to give his engine further boost to increase the ability of his car to have more performance, to catch Leclerc. So ultimately he has to wait to recharge. That is why it's called Kinetic Recovery Energy, because it has to recharge the battery power, the electric power that the car has. And then he can go back to pushing, trying to get to Leclerc, which is very interesting. This is going to be interesting to see what Ferrari and what Leclerc, because ultimately the only people that are going to cause Leclerc to lose is Ferrari. Fastest lap again for Verstappen. So he hasn't. It's 1 minute 24.7. Box for Carlos Sainz. Carlos Sainz box, but fastest lap for Verstappen, 1 minute 24.7. Which means that Leclerc has got no chance to out. Whoa, it's already 6.3 seconds. I'm just jumping ahead, looking at the live data I've got here, and coming straight from the track, which is directly, you know, I can see that it's already less than 6, basically 5.9 seconds behind Charles Leclerc. When you look at the so I looked at the qualification data. I looked at the data. It shows that the Ferraris has got a higher speed entering these corners, these sharp corners. Specifically Leclerc. Leclerc enters corners much higher speed than Red Bull when you look at the qualification. Now my theory is that the Red Bull did not show their full performance in qualifying. My theory is Red Bull did not show their full potential, full performance in qualifying, because they knew that ultimately all of that... Oh! Carlos Sainz locking up heavily when he entered the garage. I wonder if he's going to get a penalty for speed entry. Why is a Red Bull mechanic looking at the Ferrari drivers? We have a Red Bull mechanic staring at the Ferrari team. I wonder if they messed up again, because that Red Bull mechanic looks so out of place staring at another team. He should perhaps focus on himself, to be honest. Well, you know, on his own team. But whatever, we don't go worry about that. We're gonna look at the gap. The gap is down to 4.9. I can't help myself. I have to look at the live data on my screen. And then I look at the live stream, and the live stream is a little bit delayed, but I know exactly what's going to happen, because ultimately Verstappen wants to pass Leclerc. He wants to pass Leclerc by force. Fernando Alonso's engine, Fernando Alonso's car is being retired. He's got a mechanical issue. He had 7th place position, which is points. And he's retiring. He's getting out of his car. Come on, Fernando. What's wrong with this Alpine, man? Whoa, that is insane. So, Leclerc, Verstappen, Russell. Russell is 19 seconds behind Verstappen, dude. Russell has no chance whatsoever. Russell is just there hoping that the two front runners make a mistake. That's all that Russell can do, is hope for Ferrari, Leclerc and Verstappen, Red Bull to have a mistake, and for him to get an easier promotion of position. Lando Norris in 4th place. That's a very... Lando Norris had a very poor start. Extremely poor start. I thought that Lando Norris was Ricciardo at the start. That's how badly he started, because we all know that Ricciardo is having a very poor season. And I really believe that Lando Norris was Ricciardo, but it ended up being that Ricciardo was ahead and actually in 3rd place in the beginning of the Grand Prix. However, right now Ricciardo's in 10th place, which is pretty sad, man, because he was in 3rd place in the beginning of this race. Didn't do too bad for Ricciardo. Carlos Sainz is about to pass Sergio Perez for 6th place. Perez is oh, he passed. Dude, Carlos Sainz passed Perez at the weirdest corner, dude. And Perez's tires are very old, man. I don't know. Why haven't they pitted Perez yet? They should pit Perez immediately. In for the soft tires comes Leclerc. Leclerc goes into the pits. Now Verstappen will take the lead. Verstappen will take the lead, and Leclerc is back into 2nd place. Russell is going to be right behind. I'm going to guess Russell's going to be like 8 seconds behind Leclerc or something. Might be less. 2 seconds behind. So Russell is 2 seconds behind Leclerc. Let's see if Russell can attack. Because remember, what happens is, especially on these tires, especially on these cars, if the car has got brand new tires, they go into the pits, they come out of the pit, then sometimes it takes a while for those tires to climatize to the car and to the track, and the driver takes a little bit of time to get a feel for these tires. So there might be a chance that Russell might attack Leclerc, to be completely honest. Okay, so Verstappen's in first place. Leclerc is in second place. Russell, third place. 2.0 seconds behind Leclerc. Norris in fourth place. Carlos Sainz in fifth place. Attacking. Carlos Sainz is attacking, trying to get to Lando Norris. He's 8 seconds behind Lando Norris. Let's see if Carlos Sainz can attack and get to Norris and pass Norris. I would say, of course, because he's driving a Ferrari and Norris is driving a slow McLaren. Perez is in 6th place. He's 1 second behind Carlos Sainz. Perez is still going to get his pit stops, and hopefully he'll be in a much better position because his current performance is very bad. Bottas is in 7th place. Ricciardo's in 8th place. Gasly in 9th place. De Vries is in back into 10th place for De Vries, the Williams driver, the rookie Williams driver. He hasn't raced in Formula 1, and today he's making a name for himself in 10th place. With a Williams, remember Williams is one of the poorest, or should I say slowest cars on the grid, and he's in 10th place. To prove that to you, Nicholas Latifi, his teammate, is in 15th place. Nick de Vries holding on to 10th place. Very good position, very good performance from Nick de Vries on his rookie debut. You know, basically he is there because Alex Albon has a medical condition and couldn't race today. That's why. Zhou Guanyu 11th place. Hamilton now just moved up into 11th place. Now Zhou Guanyu is in 12th place. 13th position Ocon. 14th position Yuki Tsunoda. Nicholas Latifi in 15th. 16th Stroll. Mick Schumacher 17th. Magnussen 18th place. So Norris is about to go into the pits. So if Norris goes into the pits, then Carlos Sainz is back into 4th place. There's a very good chance that Carlos Sainz will get 3rd place, if I have to be completely honest. It's going to be a completely different situation compared to Leclerc's Ferrari and Verstappen. Let's be honest, if Leclerc wants to win this race, first of all, Ferrari needs to do the best that they can do with strategy, and then we also need Verstappen's team to not be they shouldn't be as good as they always are, which is completely and utterly destroy the strategy and always make like people look like fools. Let's face it, when it comes to strategy, Red Bull is the best team for strategy. When it comes to performance, Red Bull is the best team for performance. So if Leclerc can beat Verstappen today, if Leclerc can get 1st place, then this would be the first time that Leclerc has won a race that everybody, including myself, whoa, is that Lewis Hamilton? Lewis Hamilton just leapfrogged 2 drivers. Lando Norris came out of the pits, immediately slotted in front of Gasly, and Hamilton said, thank you very much, I'll take the outside. And that was what Lewis Hamilton did. He took the outside and passed both Gasly and Lando Norris, as Lando Norris came in front of Gasly as he exited the pits and his pit stop. So very good move there from Hamilton. I will give Hamilton that. That was a very good move. I don't think the drivers in front of him realized that he was about to pass them on the outside, and that's exactly what he did. So very good job from Lewis Hamilton. 7th place at the moment. Gasly 8th place. Lando Norris coming out into 9th place after the pit stop. Five seconds. Oh man, what exactly happened there? So Lando Norris had a very poor stop. It seemed they had a problem with the tire, the right front tire. They couldn't properly connect it in time, and unfortunately that is why Lando Norris could not stay in front. Ricciardo also got passed by Lewis Hamilton. So now Ricciardo and Lando Norris got passed by Hamilton. Hamilton's now up into 6th place. Perez, will Hamilton be able to pass Perez? Perez will need to pit, dude. If Perez pits, he's going to be behind Hamilton, obviously. But Hamilton still needs to pit as well, or not? I'm guessing no, because his performance shows that he must be on good tires. Leclerc, fastest lap, 1 minute 4.5. Fastest lap for Leclerc. So now Leclerc is now increasing his speed. He's trying to get that time down, because remember, Verstappen took the lead after Leclerc into the pits. He's now 19 seconds behind Verstappen. Now, we already know 17 seconds will still be enough for Verstappen to pit and come out ahead of Leclerc. So Leclerc will have to really drive the wheels off of his Ferrari. That is why we're saying that if Leclerc can somehow win this race from Verstappen and Red Bull, then that's going to be a very well deserved win, because it seems very unlikely. It almost is impossible if you look at the performance of the Red Bull compared to the performance currently of Leclerc and the Ferrari in second place. Leclerc can do nothing about Verstappen, says the commentator. 15 laps remaining. Okay, then that is it. That is it. Verstappen and Red Bull has won, unless if there's a mechanical issue. I didn't even realize we only have 15 laps remaining. Why does it seem so fast? Only 15 laps remaining. Fastest lap again for Leclerc, 1 minute 24.3. That's 1 minute 24.3. Why are they saying they're showing an old number? That is not 1 minute 24.5. It's 1 minute 24.3. We have a problem with the with the graphics Formula 1 team. Interesting. I don't know why they're having issues putting on the correct speeds, but that was definitely 1 minute 24.3 from Leclerc. I just don't see Leclerc doing what he needs to do to beat Verstappen. I just don't see it. As soon as I realized there's 15 laps remaining, then I was like, whoa, 15 laps remaining only? Well, Leclerc can't do much with that. I'm sorry. That is it. GG's, bros. Well, at least Ferrari tried. Ferrari definitely tried their best. Medium tires. So Verstappen's medium tires is 13 laps old. Leclerc's soft tires is 5 laps old. I doubt that Leclerc is going to be able to push those soft tires until the end, because let's face it, he's doing qualifying laps at the moment, and that means his grip is fading. I don't know why they put him on soft tires. It seems a little bit drastic, but hey, that's just the way it is. They felt that was necessary. Russell's on hard tires. Interesting. Okay, so yeah, unfortunately the next 2 laps will be the maximum performance that Leclerc is going to extract out of that soft tires. I will not be surprised. Wait, what is Russell's distance? 27 seconds. If Russell's distance is 27 seconds, I don't think he can catch up to Leclerc. Okay, fine. You will not catch up to Leclerc. Perez is on hard tires. He's in 5th place. Lance Stroll's Aston Martin needs to be retired because of the brakes. Lance Stroll's car is basically being retired because of brake issues, brake malfunctions, brake retirements. Oh, that's bad. That's bad. So we're having some malfunctions, some retirements this race because cars can't manage the top speed and the pressure that the car has to be able to endure to win. Unfortunately, that's just the way it is. So we've got Nicholas Latifi being chased down by Mick Schumacher. Mick Schumacher is now chasing down Latifi. This is for 14th place, 14th position. So Mick Schumacher will most likely catch up and pass Nicholas Latifi before the end of sorry, you will probably catch him at the beginning of the next lap, which is at the pit straight. So not at the ending phase of this lap, but he will at the beginning phase of the new lap at the pit straight. He might actually catch up to and pass him. No, he's not close enough. He's not close enough to do that, so that's not going to happen. Maybe under braking. Maybe under braking. No, he's not. He's not. It's too dangerous. Too dangerous. Too dangerous. Too dangerous. Whoa, Mick Schumacher locked up and he still made it. Whoa, he locked up his tires and still... Remember, when you lock up your tires, you are destroying the grip, which means that you are going to lose speed. And there, Nicholas Latifi passed Mick Schumacher immediately. Nicholas Latifi passed Mick Schumacher immediately. Now they're neck and neck, very dangerous, dude. And Mick Schumacher passes Nicholas Latifi. I think that's it. That's it. But remember, because Mick Schumacher destroyed and, you know, basically locked up his tires, the chance of him being very competitive till the end of this race will be very unlikely, because he definitely destroyed his tires there when he locked up. I don't understand why Latifi was able to pass Mick Schumacher so easily back. What was Schumacher doing that he gave Latifi that type of opportunity to come back so quickly? That seems odd. Okay, so we have Leclerc is 17 seconds behind Verstappen. Like, even if Verstappen decides to pit now, he can pit and he will still be out in front. That is exactly what can happen if they decide to pit him. At the moment, I don't think they're going to pit Verstappen. However, I would say they could probably do it and let Verstappen do fastest lap of the race. That's how I see it. That's how I see it. They could put Verstappen and he would still be able to do fastest lap of the race. So even if Red Bull seems to be doing something, they are getting ready. They are getting ready. Red Bull getting ready to pit Verstappen with soft tires. I was just saying they could pit him, put soft tires on, he could do qualification laps, and then have fastest lap of the race. Oh, that's Perez. Oh, that's Perez. That is Perez. That's Perez. That's not Verstappen. They pitted Perez. They pitted Perez, not Verstappen. That's interesting. Perez was on hard tires. He could have driven until the end of the race. To be completely honest, I think they pitted him, and I don't... Unless if he's going to make up positions, which I don't know. Will he... 10 laps remaining. Will Perez be able to get some positions back? I doubt it, man. I doubt that Perez will actually be able to pass Norris, then pass Hamilton. I doubt it, but it's not impossible. So we have to wait and see. For 10 laps remaining. I don't know, man. Dude, Leclerc started this race in first place, dude. And Red Bull started in 7th place with... Dude, the way that Perez braked to enter the pit lane, insane. Yeah, this is a straightforward race for Verstappen, dude. Straightforward race for Verstappen. Leclerc is trying to catch up to Verstappen lap by lap, but ultimately he is unable to, you know, he doesn't have the pace, to be honest. I'm still wondering, why don't they get Verstappen? I think it's because of how many laps is remaining. They probably need more laps if they are willing to do the soft tires. They probably need to do more laps before they pit. So if they are going to put Leclerc, I would be surprised, to be honest. Because Leclerc is definitely catching up, that's for sure. Verstappen is... They're showing Verstappen's perspective now, which is very uncommon, because they normally don't like to show Verstappen when he's leading out in front. especially when he's now so far ahead of everybody. We have Sylvester Stallone at the Italian Grand Prix as well. Interesting. Sylvester Stallone is at the Italian Grand Prix. Mighty interesting. So I'm assuming that Leclerc and Ferrari have you know, they have enough speed that Red Bull would not want to challenge that, I think, when it comes to pitting Verstappen, which is interesting, to be honest. 10th of a second per lap, Leclerc is catching Verstappen. I would have pitted Verstappen immediately when we noticed that he's got enough time to be pitted. But it also depends on the tires. What tires do they have available? If it's soft tires, they have to pit him in a specific time frame if they are going to pit him. And I think they're going to opt not to pit him. I believe that's what's going to happen. They're not... Oh, actually, Verstappen is now 17 seconds ahead of Leclerc again, which is interesting. Did Leclerc make a mistake? Did Leclerc make a mistake? Because he was definitely not. He was 16 seconds. Now he's 17 seconds again. So here we go. So Verstappen is in first place, Leclerc is in second place, Russell's in third, Carlos Sainz in fourth, Hamilton fifth, Norris in sixth, Perez is in seventh. No comms. So Lando Norris is about to be passed by... Is he about to get passed? No, he is not. He's not. So Norris is still 4 seconds in front of Perez in 7th. So for 4 seconds, that's more than enough, I think. I don't think Perez is going to challenge Norris. 7th place for Perez, 8th place for Ricciardo, 9th for Gasly, 10th for De Vries. Nice position for De Vries. 10th place, points. Is De Vries really going to score Williams a point on his first Grand Prix for Williams? That is interesting, dude. Interesting. 11th, Zhou Guanyu. 12th position, Esteban Ocon. 13th, Mick Schumacher. Yuki Tsunoda, 14th. 15th, Bottas. 16th, Latifi. Magnussen, 17th. So we have Nick De Vries. Nick De Vries is trying to get past Gasly, dude. Nick De Vries is trying to get past Gasly. Let's see if Nick De Vries on his debut for Williams can get past Gasly. Let's wait and see. I actually want De Vries to pass Gasly. I have to be completely honest. Daniel Ricciardo stops on the side of the road. Daniel Ricciardo retiring, stopping on the side of the road. Where's he stopping? Where is he stopped? Okay, he's stopping. Okay, so they will bring out the yellow flags. They will bring out virtual safety car. And now they're pitting. They're actually going to pit Verstappen. Oh, they decided not to pit him. Verstappen went through, the team came out, so I'm not sure why. Why is Ferrari wanting to wait for Leclerc now? It seems like Ferrari is pitting Leclerc because of what happened with Verstappen's team. I'm going to be completely honest with you. If Ferrari pit Leclerc now, so Russell went into the pits, got new tires. George Russell went into the pits. Now Leclerc came into the pits. Oh no, that's Carlos Sainz. Carlos Sainz went into pits, not Leclerc. So Carlos Sainz went into the pits. Now we've got Lewis Hamilton coming into the pits as well. Got Lando Norris also coming to the pits. The full safety car is out. Interesting. So if Verstappen does not pit now, he will get passed by Leclerc, I believe. If Verstappen does not pit, he might definitely get passed by Leclerc. Safety car. Okay. Max Verstappen also into the pit. So this is going to be an interesting last couple of laps. This might actually be very interesting last couple of laps, because now Verstappen went into the pits. We've got... Where's Leclerc? Why is Leclerc not in the pits already, dude? Okay, so here comes Leclerc. Leclerc finally in the pits, dude. So Verstappen did go to the pits. Leclerc is coming to the pits. If Leclerc is still behind Verstappen, and if the safety car is full on, the safety car is fully deployed, so they will all be stuck behind each other. So now we've got Leclerc. Leclerc has got an opportunity here. Leclerc has an opportunity. I don't know why I get the feeling that Leclerc might completely destroy his opportunity and take out Verstappen. I'm not sure why I get that feeling, because I just don't see Verstappen allowing anybody to get past him, especially seeing that he's got the faster car. So Verstappen and Leclerc. Now we're going to find out, can Verstappen hold off Leclerc both on new tires? They pitted. So we are all waiting for Ricciardo's car to be pushed off the track, removed from the track, and they cannot do it. They cannot do it. They cannot do it. They cannot do it effectively and efficiently. So it's not easy for them to remove Ricciardo's car where he is located currently. That's the problem right now. That's why the safety car was deployed, specifically for that reason. Okay, so it seems that because it's taking too long to remove Ricciardo's car, the race might not even restart. So this is exactly what the dilemma was last year in Abu Dhabi. There was a couple of laps remaining, and they had to remove a car, and everybody knew it might take too long for the car to get removed, and there might not be enough time. Okay, so all I'm saying is now is that if this race restarts, we might only have one lap. If the race restarts, we might only have one lap, which means that we might not even have much of an opportunity here, in my opinion. However, this is still exciting. If ever there was an opportunity for Leclerc, this is the opportunity. Why is the car still there? Why is that car still... Why are they not moving the car immediately? Like, there's a safety car. They could probably move it and the safety car can slow everybody down. Like, what is the point of the safety car if the safety car won't allow them to remove that car? I don't understand. Can the marshals just remove that car? I want to at least see Leclerc attempt to pass Verstappen. Can we please get that car removed? Because at the moment we will not have the car removed in time, man. These bloody Italians, man. I'm not sure if that's the Italian marshals or what's going on, but damn, bro. They finally have the machine there to hook the car up. So now they have a cherry picker to pick up the Formula 1 car. Dude, I need to see the race restart, bro. Or it needs to restart. So everybody's got soft tires. Verstappen, Leclerc, Russell, Sainz, Hamilton, Perez, Norris. Everybody has got soft tires. Gasly's got hard tires. De Vries has got medium tires. They should have actually put at him, to be honest, for softs. So the problem is De Vries is going to most likely be under attack by the driver. Probably not. No. I think De Vries is fine. De Vries is fine to finish in the points for Williams. So it seems that the safety car will come in this lap. Why did they pass? Why are they already passing the safety car? Why are they passing the safety? Why is the safety car driving on the side of the road and the car's passing it? Dude, I have never seen this where the safety car is next to the cars and the cars just pass the safety car. He is not supposed to enter this lap. They're not showing anything. They're not saying this. The safety car is in this lap. They're not saying anything like that. Unless if they're allowing all the cars to get past. Yeah, the cars to go past has to come up. Come on, Leclerc. I want to see Leclerc fight Verstappen for at least 1 or 2 laps, but I don't think it's not gonna be for 2 laps, that's for sure. Maybe 1 lap if we're lucky. Dude, like, why did they take so long to remove that? And why the hell did Ricciardo park it over that side, dude? He could have parked it on the opposite side. Yeah, there's no chance. I don't even think there's going to be 1 lap. Yeah, that's the problem. That's a problem. So it seems like, no, we will not have a final lap. It won't be a full lap. If they do bring the safety car in, it won't even be a full lap, to be completely honest. Oh, this is bad, dude. The only issue is that the marshals took forever to remove the McLaren, man. They didn't remove the McLaren as quickly as possibly, and they just stood there waiting. Ricciardo could have moved that car somewhere else, man. Yeah, we are definitely not going to see it of the final lap, dude. We're not going to see a final lap. That's it. So thank you so much for joining this race. Yes, I will continue staring at the screen, but I highly doubt that they will actually get racing. I believe it's going to end under the safety car, which is the most boringest race ever. So Max Verstappen finishes in first, Charles Leclerc second, George Russell third, Carlos Sainz in fourth, Lewis Hamilton fifth, Sergio Perez 6th, Lando Norris 7th, Pierre Gasly 8th, Nick de Vries 9th, Zhou Guanyu 10th, we've got Esteban Ocon 11th, Mick Schumacher 12th, Bottas in 13th, Yuki Tsunoda 14th, Nicholas Latifi 15th, and Magnussen in 16th place. They'll finish the race behind the safety car. That's what Leclerc is being told. So the next race will be in 2nd October at Singapore. 2nd of October in Singapore. We will have the next race, 2nd of October in Singapore. 2nd October in Singapore, and that is how it's going to be. Like, I just don't understand why it took those marshals that long to remove that car, dude. Like as soon as they had a yellow flag, as soon as the safety car was even mentioned, that car should have been on its way. The cherry picker should have been on its way to lift up that car and get it out of the racetrack. So we could have at least have 1 or 2 laps of race until the end, man. That is so dumb. Okay, hopefully you did enjoy this live stream. If you did, do leave a like, do leave a subscribe. See you in the next Formula 1 race. That's in Singapore on the 2nd of October. See you then. Ciao for now. Let me at least wait until they cross the line. Let me at least wait for them to cross the line. Yeah, Max Verstappen wins the Grand Prix, Italian Grand Prix behind the safety car. Yeah, that's it, dude. Max Verstappen wins, Charles Leclerc second, George Russell in 3rd place. Hopefully you enjoy this race. I do understand, like, it's the most anticlimactic race I've ever experienced, to be completely honest. Like, the marshals could have removed Daniel Ricciardo's car faster, man. They could have at least done that. If they knew what they were doing, that car would have been gone, dude. Oh, such a pity, man. Such a poor ending. This is not gonna reflect well on Formula